Hello and thank you for visiting Crypto Blitz, the place where you can get all your cryptocurrency fix. I am Triple Van Winkle, and I am here to host you. I hope today is going swimmingly for everyone. Wednesday is here. You know I've been getting you ready for this, but I'm becoming more and more excited every day as we approach the beginning of the bull run. And guess what? It's hump day, halfway through the week. How cool is that? All these altcoins will finally take off around 2025. Bitcoin will have a banner year in 2024. At the start of the year when I said this, many of you thought I was insane. Based on this footage, it appears that RIP wasn't all that wild after all. Quite a bit of news to cover. There is news about Ethereum. Bitcoin news has arrived. News from Crypto.com is here. After that, there was XRP news as the price is set and the ETF is in the works. Take a seat, unwind. We can begin immediately. Digital currency. $61,120 during the last day, it has gained approximately 4%. With an update of 2,740, Ethereum is up 3.9%. With XRP at a lean 57 cents, folks, USDT and USDC have both fallen back to their 99-cent pegs. In this case, it would like to be 58 cents or 579. A hint of vitality was revealed after 24 hours of decline of 0.45%, but a little math shows that it's actually up. It's up there, actually not by much, but you get the idea. There are 216700000000000000000 bitcoins in circulation. I don't know where this is leading. In my opinion, it's really straightforward. Bitcoin, in my opinion, is once again in a big range, and I think we're all just sitting on our hands and waiting for Bitcoin's price to surge and smash through the $74,000 barrier. It will end when that occurs. You can put an end to the bear markets, choppy markets, winning markets, and wondering why's now because this thing is going to rip. It will burst into flames. Oh no, that's not 90,000. At the first stop, I lied. We'll climb in, but then we'll keep climbing higher. Bitcoin is likely to cost us between $150,000 and $225,000 when it reaches its massive parabolic blow-off peak. Between $4.5 and $5 trillion worth of cryptocurrency will be in circulation by year's end. By 2025, we will have seen an influx of even more capital, and as we begin to transform our lives, that capital will begin to flow into our valuable cryptocurrencies. Gains. I am absolutely unable to win. We have this breaking news, and I know you can do the same. The warning sirens went off. Prosperous father, impoverished father, he thinks the market is about to have its worst meltdown ever. That's not a positive thing. No one should be able to guess that, you know. Avoiding a market crash is my top priority. The markets gave me a windfall. I succeeded in the cryptocurrency market. I made a tidy sum in the stock market. To crash would be disastrous. Listen, you seem interested in discussing a correction. A crash is distinct from a correction. To crash would be disastrous. Well, guess what? Even if it does fall every decade, if you look at the bigger picture, the SP is constantly going up. They won't touch the money in my retirement accounts and stocks for at least 10, 15, or 20 years, so I'm not afraid. They seem to be taking their time. I intend to follow suit. It's an identical tactic. The markets fall and I get crypto. Maximize your positions. Because Bam Rip made a shitton of money the last time around, I dialed down the number of course divers so we can prepare for the next boom. Before you forget, check out how simple it is. 7 p.m. Eastern Time, remember to watch the live broadcast. Here is the live feed for you. You get to meet this stunning individual every Wednesday. I even have his phone number because he turned on the camera. Join the show by dialing in. Live QA with me, everything crypto related is covered, including the headlines and the charts. Yes, I understand. What a lovely thing that is. Important programming standard Ethereum to undergo revamp with EVM object format. An update is the goal of the EOF proposal, which is described as a set of revisions to the plan. The Ethereum VM, an environment for developing and running programs that carry out smart contracts on the blockchain, which are also developing standards within the industry. Just a friendly reminder that Ripple will also be utilizing the Ethereum Virtual Machine, or EVM. The new EVM object format proposal is said to be an effort to make the Ethereum Virtual Machine, which is currently the industry standard, more developer-friendly. I don't see any issue with that. Some programmers were worried that the potential advantages wouldn't be enough to justify the risks of implementing the plan. You can see that the Ethereum virtual machines are going to get a bit, shall we say, a makeover. Well, isn't it good? Our next piece of information is that Ethereum's price is positioned to surge 75% to $4,700. Why? Well, that's the rub. This is the graph. I understand. Drop down. Here we are taking a look Continue scrolling down. It says that crypto expert Crypto Gallo recently said that he thinks Bitcoin's dominance has reached a peak. You guys heard that one? It appears like Bitcoin has reached its peak. Even after we haven't reached a record high. Typically, though I hesitate to use the word typically, we observe a meteoric rise in Bitcoin value 12 months following the halving. This man, though, is claiming that this is it. The dominance of Bitcoin reached a new peak. Also in his mind, Ethereum is destined to become the next money wheel. Listen, I've got two things to tell you about this. Ethereum is expected to have price increases of 8 to 10% per cycle, with a range of $8,000 to $12,000. 12 on this insane parabolic push-up is possible. I think we reach 5,000 really fast. After that, things move at a little slower pace, but... Second, I can assure you that the current bull run cycle has not yet ended and has only just begun. We have not seen the peak of Bitcoin's supremacy, so yet Bitcoin has not drained this market of its funds. Bitcoin has still not reached the peak of its insane parabolic rise. We shattered a previous record before ever having until now. That is something we have never encountered before. Where did that come from? Why? Because institutional investors began purchasing cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin at an unprecedented rate, which led to the creation of exchange-traded funds ETFs and a flood of capital into the markets. Bitcoin failed to reach its all-time high during any of the previous bull runs, and the subsequent just a few months after Bitcoin had a fresh parabolic windfall. It took it to new heights never before seen in its history. No, we haven't witnessed that parabolic move yet. We have witnessed it previously when we achieved a new all-time high, but it wasn't by much. So far, we haven't witnessed the impending blow-off top. Believe me, that can be expected this year. Quick, the clock is ticking. Because of that, it is imminent. The markets can fall precipitously as you witnessed. Yes, friends, just as quickly as the markets fall, they can also rise again. Put on your safety belts because this thing isn't going anywhere until the institutions are prepared to pump it. Excuse me a moment. For the simple reason that something completely new is about to happen to you. It is now the beginning of a huge bull market. The participation of institutions is a first in the history of cryptocurrencies. We have all the money when institutions are involved, people. The UFA Championship League has signed a multi-year sponsorship agreement with Crypto.com. Listen up, folks. This is huge. Here we have adoption. This is the desired outcome. For the simple reason that those unfamiliar with crypto will visit these games and wonder, what on earth is Crypto.com? Do you mean the Bitcoin thing that everyone has been talking about? Could it be the Ethereum project that everyone has been talking about? Has everyone been talking about that Ripple vs. STC lawsuit regarding a digital currency? After that, the research process begins. They begin to purchase when they begin to research. Cryptocurrency will be purchased by everyone with a half-wit who investigates the market by comparing prices from the beginning to the present day using historical data. That doesn't mean they will purchase a ton of cryptocurrency, though. Do you want to know what they think about first when they think about buying cryptocurrency? Holy cow, this thing is done 600 or 6,000 times in under a decade. Then people start to wonder, what will I have if I invest this much and let it sit for 10 years? I'll invest 600 or 6,000 times. How much will I have? This sounds familiar, doesn't it? It's exactly what you and I did when we entered the cryptocurrency market. I could almost bet on it. Plus, the CFTC has received these XRP future contracts. This will be briefly discussed in the second video. All I want to do is drop a hint, a flirtatious hint about it. Everyone, this is the very beginning of the XRP ETF. Now, I'll take a look at a brief anecdote. Ripple must first sign the lawsuit form and pay the SEC $125 million before the SEC can accept the funds in order for there to be an XRP ETF. That's the first thing to do, because after that, the whole affair will end. Presently,